and welcome again to another edition of Smart Money, a program which should help you to invest like a professional. So today we are going to look at a very basic thing that you need to know as an investor, your major source of information once you have invested. So that major source of information tends to be the price sheet. Every broker produces a price sheet, and the same price sheet is actually shared with media houses. So you should be able to see it at the back of the business newspaper or any business magazine. So it's important that you know what the price sheet is all about and the information that is contained in that price sheet. So for this segment, we have actually added a snapshot of our price sheet at FinCENT so that we can help you understand and interpret the information which is there. It's pretty much the same information that you can find on any price sheet. Why are we doing that? We want you to be able to track your investment once you've started investing. So even if you are not getting the price sheet from us, of which you should get it from us, you can get the information on the stock market on the back of a business newspaper. So I will help you just to see how to understand that information. So a typical price sheet like the one that we are showing you right now on the screen, it should show you some market summaries. So market summaries, you should expect things like the market capitalization of the market. This is more like the total value, the total Zim dollar valuation of the market. When you combine all the listed companies and all the shares in issue, what is the average, what is the total overall value of the market? It's important because it helps you to then compare the market with other markets in the region or in other jurisdiction. But also it's important as a measure of progress to see if the market is actually improving or not. You should be able to see the market turnover figures. Market turnover just tells you what has been happening, the value of trades that have happened on a day. So as the market is trading, you are able to compute how much money was actually spent on the market. So you might actually see headlines says 2 billion Zimbabwean dollars spent on the market today. That speaks to the market turnover. So that it's actually part of the price sheet that you should be able to see. And for our purposes as FinCENT, we also try to see the involvement of foreign investors. So the foreign purchases, foreign buying, it just tells you how much was bought by foreign investors and how much was sold by foreign investors. But then the most critical information that you should look for, which you have to be looking at maybe on a day-to-day basis, of course, are the prices themselves of the listed companies, but also the indices. So the indices, these are like aggregations, aggregated values of the market, of specific sectors of the market. So on the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, the main index is called the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange All Share Index. So it measures performance of all the companies when they are combined. So when you're saying the market has gone up, I'm sure you've heard that the market has gone up or it has gone down. Usually the measure of that up or down for the whole market will be the all share. So if the all share has changed in a positive way, we say the market has gone up. If it has changed in a negative way, we say the market has gone down. But besides the all share, there are specific sector focused indices. So for example, you've got the top 10, the top 15, the medium cap and small cap. What are these ones saying? We are saying the market is big, but it comprises different size of companies. So the top 10, these are like the top 10 heavily capitalized companies, the big boys of the market. So sometimes you hear the media say the blue chips have gone up or they've gone down. So the measure of that blue chipness is actually the top 10 of the top 15. So you have to then distinguish when you see these statistics coming out. You might find the market, the whole market is represented by the ZSE all share has gone up, but maybe the ZSE top 10 or top 15 has gone down. So that means that although the whole market has gone up, but the top 10 heavily capitalized companies have gone down. Maybe the driver of the market that day could be small cap, which are small capitalized businesses, more like your small companies. And then the other statistic that you should look at are the top 5 by value. So that is by value of trades. Where did the most money go into today? So it depends on the day. So investors today, where do they put most of their money? And then also you have to look at the movers and shakers. This is very common, especially with the media, movers and shakers. So these are the counters that would have moved up, those are your movers. Then the shakers, those ones whose prices would have gone down. This information seems very basic to the professionals and those ones who are used to investing, but we have seen that for the non-professionals, it may actually be something that they're hearing for the first time. Then it may have statistics about showing companies by market capitalization, which one is the biggest in terms of the value, and then also the top 5 by year to date. That is, since the year started, which ones have moved the most. So that's the statistics. It's important. So once you get a price sheet, it tells you, it informs you, it gives you a lot of information that you need to know as an investor. Maybe as we come to the close of this recording, the critical aspect is what you find also on the price sheet. Obviously, a price sheet has to have a name, list of all companies that are listed. So that the name, for example, starting off with AFDIS, African Sun, Ariston, and so on. Those are the names of all the companies that are listed, from which you can pick whichever company that you want to invest in. And then you might find a column highlighted there as change, and then percentage, and so on. So the change is actually telling us today's prices, say for AFDIS, how is it different from yesterday's? So if it's a positive change, it means the price has gone up. So it shows the change in terms of the monetary. For example, price has moved from $21 to $22. So the change is a dollar change. But then there's a percentage change now with the insights as a percentage what has been the change. The column under opening, we are saying, okay, when the market opened today, what was the price? So that tends to be your starting point. What was the price when the market opened? Obviously, your open market price tends to be the closing price for the previous day, although it's not always the case, but it tends to be very close to each other. Then a column under LTP, that is the last traded price. So you see the market trades continuously. What do we mean? At any minute, there's buying and selling that is taking place at different prices for different counters. So the last traded price is the last price that was traded for any particular account by the time the market closes. For example, right now the market closes at 12 noon. So the last price at 12 noon tends to be, that's your LTP. Then there's the VWAP, which is the value weighted average price. I think you would know that the market is trading continuously. As it's trading continuously from the time it opens, it's different prices and different volumes of trades are happening. So at the end of the day, you want to say what was the price of this particular counter. But then there have been maybe like 10, 20 prices that have occurred on those different counters. So the value weighted is now to say, okay, by the price at the value, what was the price after you consider the volumes that were traded at each specific price, and then say if you tended to see more shares being traded at this particular price, that tends to have an influence on the VWAP. And then quickly, you also want to know about the volumes, the number of shares that have been traded, the value, that is the volume multiplied by the VWAP, and then when the $1 million or the market capitalization, that's the total value now, the one that is represented by $1 million in our price sheet. Then weight, we are saying what is the weight? What is the weight of this particular counter compared to the whole market? So when you're saying big weight, heavyweight companies, those are the companies that might constitute the highest weighting in a basket of the counters on the ZSE. So it's important that you know these things. And then year to date, I've spoken about it. Then PE is price earnings ratio. We'll talk about it at some point because that becomes some as an introduction to the valuation metrics. I hope this recording has helped you to understand and interpret the price sheet. So the next time you want to track your shares, make sure you're getting a price sheet from your stockbroker or from your intermediary. Or if you can't, just look at the back of any business newspaper, a daily business newspaper in the country. That will give you all the information you want. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's have your comments and also like our Facebook page. And let us know which other critical issues you want to know about the market. Thank you. And remember, at FinCENT, we are creating wealth together. Thank you.